I'm after that bad life. Come here, 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 come here. I walk a bit down like, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I'm stroking your girl like, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I'm telling her my life. Come here, 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 come here. She said it is hard to say I love you. Don't stop playing cause you never did. Although I showed you a life of luxury, give you my heart, I just never did. They say it's a problem when you getting money. I got a problem with being broke. Shawty say, Uno, acting funny. Get you a mirror, you see the joke. I'm like been rocking this first time. I get my culture real hope. This ain't vanilla, this chocolate, baby. No remix, this pure dope. Call me a past on first Sunday. Watch how I step on these niggas' toes. Most of these niggas is crash dummies. No work ethic, got no code. Got no more, got no goals. But ready to die by the free code. Shit, I'm earning my wins, going hard in the paint. Don't give me no free throws. 2 double shots at the Quavo. Rims offset when I pull up. Hit the vet gas when I take off. Slap high five with my amigos. I'm real that bad like, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I walk a bit down like, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I'm stroking your girl like, come here, come here, come here, come. I'm telling her about like, come here, come here, come here. That's my shit. Come here, come here, one of the one. Come here, come here, let go. Pay me in paper, blast, took a man to the bag. I'm stretching it out like it's glad. The hood graded when it's 3rd and 10. You know I get after that sack. If you locked in, we don't count no favors. Don't worry about paying it back. We treat the main thing like a backwood. You know she gon' get past. If he beef, we like the pressure cooker, then get that shit done fast. I'm a syringe full up with penicillin. I go off in your ass. Boy, I ain't one of your mama little children. Better respect me like your dad. If you don't, I got a present for your white sheet and a toe tag. But little daddy, I don't want no pressure. I just want the cheddar. She gets sour when I leave. I call her my little umbrella. Take the 300 when it's time to slide. My bitch bring the Beretta. Chop a con when I step. Can't nobody do it better. I told y'all boys I'm after that bag like, come here. I walk your ass down like, come here, little nigga. I get in your girl like, come here, come here. I'm taking what's mine like, come here. Oh no, the one. Ma, purple rain. I'm after that bag like, come here, 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 come here. I walk a bit down like.
Help, please. I'm downstairs.
Okay, who cut you?
This girl I was wanted to return for gas. I'm pregnant.
How far along are you?
7 months. Got my stomach.
Can you grab a towel or anything you can get in your hands and put it on your wound and press?
I'm bleeding out.
Good morning. Shit. I might not should have. I should have. Wait a second. That ain't even our case. That ain't even our case today. That is what you will experience on SWAT. I told y'all I bought the subscription. I'm not ready to do SWAT yet. I gotta get it in order. I don't want to just roll nothing out to y'all on no bullshit. I do not want to roll nothing to y'all out on no bullshit, man. I think we need to say a prayer. I think we need to say a prayer. Lord, keep us safe, Lord. Thank you for being the head of our lives. Thank you for letting us gather here today on another beautiful day that you have made. Thank you for waking us up with our sound mind and our health, Lord. It's somebody out there that is in need of your voice, Lord, to hear you in this moment. Please clear everything that's in their life that prevents them from hearing your voice out of their life. In Jesus' almighty name, I pray, including myself, Lord. Keep us safe, keep us out of harm's way, and keep us being the light that we are designed to be. These blessings I ask to continue in Jesus' almighty name, I pray. Amen. Woo! I had to prove they had kidneys and livers and ooh, next Saturday gonna be a doozy because that's when we gonna officially launch SWAT. We gonna officially launch SWAT. I told you all the blood and guts and blood gonna be everywhere. You might need to sprinkle some of that prayer oil around you when you come to work on Saturday. How y'all feeling though? We in the building, man. We are tuned in. We are tapped in. We are in the break room for another Saturday of overtime. I hope you're in a good place, in a good space. I am the lead, Dick. I know the one, Jenny, hard-headed son. Jenny only son. Hey, man, little update on my uncle, man. Y'all was rocking with me during the week. Little update on my uncle, man. They had to intubate him, get a tube down his throat. He's not eating or whatever. So we, you know what I'm saying, keep throwing your prayers up there for him, because we in the trenches right now. We in the trenches. I need all the people that's plugged in with Jesus. Not y'all just, just skim by here now. If you're plugged in with the Lord, throw one up for my uncle, man. Hey, man, don't y'all be hating them people that be like, say a special prayer for me. Don't tell you what's going on. No, I'm not going to pray for you for your baby daddy to die. No, I'm not doing that. Tell me what I'm praying for. Tell me what I'm praying for. And if it's too personal, you don't need my prayer. If it's too personal, you don't need my prayer. Amen. Amen. Yeah, I'm not the church of the warm and fluffy. Y'all seen that though? So y'all excited about Saturday? I'm excited about Saturday. You know what else I'm excited about? The Highway Collection. Highwaycollection.com is where you go to get all your drip needs taken care of. HWYcollection.com has something for everyone. Make sure you look at what you're buying. And when you go over there and spend a little money on with your boy, Young Tay White, put in the discount code UNO or the discount code Back to School or discount code Tay Birthday. Those are three. Only one is going to remain after this weekend, and that's UNO. So go and get that discount. Don't say I ain't do nothing for you. Don't say I ain't do nothing for you. Y'all had a good time at band camp yesterday? Ooh, the word was in the building, wasn't it? It was supposed to be a testimony. Modesty done got that. She done got that Holy Ghost. She had to go ahead and start preaching. I like it. When God moves, he moves. You can't plan that. You can put all the scripts in the go by and the production notes and the production format and the flow of the shooting and all of that. But when God say, hey, boy, I got a word that I need you to go ahead, all the production notes out the window. Me and Muff, we working on some good stuff too behind the scenes, We finna have something for y'all to tap in. If you really a detective, you're gonna be able to tap in with Muff and get your little shirt. You feel me? I can't say it's free. Okay, it ain't free. It ain't free 99 now. It is not free 99. But I'm gonna get back with y'all, man. Y'all, when we come back, man, our case today is called Dirty Fuzz. And when we come back, we're gonna hit that roll call and see who wanted to come in, get some overtime hours in the morning, how y'all feeling and whatnot. I appreciate y'all being here. Roll call, detectives.
Roll call. Hurry up, detectives. It's time to work.
Yo, let's see who in the building with us today. Boy, listen, that junk got me. I'm baffled. Good morning, Fee. Detective Fee in the building. I can't give you the. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Y'all. What y'all got planned for today before I hit roll call? Let me go ahead and. I done got to a point of no return on my joint. I got to go ahead and do this real quick. I hate doing this on camera, but I hadn't got caught up on looking at the Patreon. I said, wait, I didn't know it was going to be this detailed and graphic. I don't think I got good church going detectives. I don't know if they. That's why it's called SWAT, and I'm gonna have to put a parental advisory on that mug, man. I definitely got to do a disclaimer because we going up. SWAT, boy, they got about 120 cases. Holy moly. That was I just clicked the first button I seen on that junk, and it was like in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Had a goddamn organ on the ground. What is going on? I am baffled. Y'all, I get my hair cut in a minute. It's right after the show. My girl Thea in the building. Hey Thea, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here. It's my girl Muff in the building. Hey Muff, good morning, detective. Hey, yeah, you get time in the hell today. Yes, sir. No pool for me this morning. Why you can't go to the pool, boo? I like when you be going to that pool, Shawty. Pool is a good workout, too. Pool is definitely a good workout. It'll get your whole body together. Yeah. It'll get you right, man. Hold on real quick, y'all. It's overtime. We don't do it how we do it during the week. Give me wait. My girl Madison said, Grand Rising, beautiful people. Hey, Fee. Muffin said, why not, Muff? Why you not going to the pool? That's a good question, Thea. I can't roll up on camera because I don't want to get demonetized. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I wanted to celebrate. I want to celebrate with y'all. I ain't share this information with nobody, but I'm finna share it with y'all. I just had to twist that up because I wanted to make sure I save my pay, have my page right. Now, the only person that I shared this information with was with Modesty. Modesty and Tay. Tay know all my business. Tay know all my business. Tay and Darius, they know all my business. Even my business that ain't nobody supposed to know but me. They know it. So, yeah. I've been on the ground 5 strong years. I failed in your face countless amount of times. And when I fail at, I'm not mad about failing. Failing is a part of life. It's what you do after you fail that makes you great. I tweaked it. I dusted myself off. I got up. I tweaked it. I fail again. I dust myself off. I got up. I tweaked it. I fail again. I dust myself off. I got up. I tweaked it. I fail again. I start praying and saying, God, take me wherever you need me to go. I failed again. I kept praying, God, take me wherever you need me to go. I failed again. I kept praying. He took me where I needed to go. So I'm about 52 hours away from being monetized. 52 hours. And it's all because of y'all. And it started with this show. Y'all be showing out, bro. Yeah, I got 8,000 followers, right, on YouTube. And I grind no fake shit. Just real work. Real 5 years of work to get to 8,000 people. I appreciate y'all. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that. The other day when they sent me the application, I was Monday. They say apply now for our content creator program. I said, what? I was turned, man. I was turned up to the max. I was emotional. I shed tears, real tears, because I struggled in front of y'all. I was transparent. I cried. We laughed. We got angry, but we didn't stop. We did not stop. We might have took a break, but we did not stop. And that's what I want to give y'all some love. Good job, detectives. Y'all made this thing happen. Appreciate y'all for real. Hey, let's get back to it, man. Hey, must say, hey, it's raining like crazy here, Theo. Oh, for real, it's done. I love that. I love that. We had it. We had it last night. Bloody walls off the roof. That's what I was saying, Modesty. They ain't even our goddamn on case. Next weekend, next Saturday, that's what we gonna do. We coming like that. I gotta get the SWAT building together. They still got dang on configuring the building. So I want y'all to be safe when y'all coming there. Yeah, she talking about, well, sheesh. I wanted to throw everyone off your last night. Does that always happen like that? It was a lot of in the live last night, there was a lot of people from different continents. There was a couple African people that was they were looking, Modesty's a pretty girl, so they thought it was some, let me hook up and do some dating type vibes. So, you did your thing. Just, keep protecting us out, keep making sure everything good. But I appreciate you. Good Lord. Hey, man, the CEO in the building this morning. Hey, CEO, why don't you come over to YouTube? If you want to stay on Facebook, you can stay right there on Facebook, boo. Y'all ain't finna get me jumped today. Not today. Hey, I don't think I was ready for nobody cutting babies out of the womb. That one a few months ago was enough. Yeah, I didn't know this was a regular thing. Just cut a cut a nigga out the womb. I was, hey man, I was wondering if they were all needing green cards or what. Yeah. Yeah. Amen to that prayer. Hey y'all, hey Sherry, good morning. We ain't kick off yet. I'm just going through prayers. Thank you. They were on you like white on rice. Yes, sir. They want to shout that boy. Yes, sir. Prayers for yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Highway Collection. Make sure you stop by the Highway Collection. I got weed in my mouth. Hey, my bro. Hey, this one of Summer Hill's finest, Atlanta's Ridley's. This my boy. What up, Breeze? Custom shirt design. I'm talking about one-on-one. I ain't no manufacturing, nothing. That boy do everything by hand. Tap in with my boy Breeze. Tell him Uno sent you. You might get a little discount. Whoop de whoop. But you got to have your money gun together. Hey, boy, pull up on me, man. I got that goods on. I got them shroomy. Come kick it with your boy. It's going to be my last weekend in town for a good little minute. Come up with me, Breeze. Bar, man, pull up on me, boy. For real. Yeah, them folks were tripping out already. Good morning. What's up, Bar? Hey, modesty, I put that one guy on a minute. Uno came in. I had to go ahead and get him on fire there. He talking about, I really looking for a serious relationship. Man, this ain't it. We praying to Jesus right now. We is not talking about no little connection, but I said they got it. I wasn't worried at all. I knew y'all were going to hold it down. Working them Jazz games tonight. Hey, see? I don't care what nobody say. I'm a Falcon fan to my heart, but the first football game I ever went to was Pittsburgh versus Jacksonville in 1995. That was my first NFL game. I instantly became a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are like the hometown team. We are only one less than an hour away from Jacksonville. That's the big city that I hung out in growing up. Those are the girls that I chased in Jacksonville when I couldn't get nothing. Well, I didn't have a problem getting nothing in Brunswick. But, you know, when I was out there doing my wild shit, I was in Jacksonville. So that was my home team. Have fun tonight. Take some pictures. Hey, tell the folk to leave Travis alone. He love his little wife, man. Let him do his thing now. Tell him Uno said that, okay? My son played today, y'all. Yeah. The Cardinals play today, 8 o'clock tonight, baby. I might do a little watch party. Y'all want to watch the game with me tonight? Y'all want to watch the game? See your boy DJ go crazy now. Y'all let me know. We gonna do that. Hey, finishing getting my babies ready for school Monday. You ready? Hey, my boy Sean in the building. Good. Big salute. No tax on OT, bro. They free money. Hey, I'm finishing last minute schoolwork. I have to turn in and chill today. It's raining crazy here. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay safe, man. To get my body into decent shape. We doing it. I'm on it too, muff. I haven't got too big again. And that's my problem. I go hard while I start looking good and be like, yeah, y'all see me. And then me and baby done stop. I want to let y'all know the CEO be cussing me the fudge out every workout. Every single one. Yeah. That's just love. That's love. Come on, I know you can do that. Shut up. She don't tell me to shut up because you know I don't like that. So she don't tell me to shut up. Hey, back to my regular schedule. My boy is in the building. It's my bro, VOC in the building. Stop by the best mushroom grower, distributor, farmer couple in the world, Craig. Stop by Melanated Mushrooms. Pull up on House of Will Perfection. Real mob family, real mob affiliate. He is in the real mob. I'm talking about real mob, not no play mob. Tap in with my boy, man. What up, Sharisa? Hey, boo. Thank you for being here. What up, my guy? We in the building, period. Good morning. Hey, no more side piece in the building. What's up, booey? Good morning, boo. Hey, you stayed on the ground. You didn't give up. Nah, I'm not. I got to keep going. When we the top in the world, y'all going to be like, well, I seen that, boy. Yeah, because we going to be together. We going to be doing our thing. Hey, hello. Hey, to all the flash mob ladies. Hey, pull up. Yeah, for real, Bree. Hey. They play the Steelers tonight. Yeah, that's a legendary game. That was the first game that I ever witnessed, y'all. I'm going to an NFL game this year. You should. You definitely should. Damn, that's the one I want to go to. Pull up. Me too, Uno. And those dang Oreos and these folks, my family wanting fresh. Let me get it back. Me too, Uno. These dang Oreos and these folks in my family wanting fresh homemade baked cakes every Sunday. Ooh, I be tearing them down red velvets to shreds. You know how I go. And I be modesty. I be telling V to be dropping me the links. He don't be dropping me no links and the commercials. Nothing. Nothing. I gotta make my own. I had to make my own. Hey, y'all ready to get into this case, man? We done spoke to everybody. We done read every comment. It is time to get into the case of the day. Welcome to Work Detective. In the trunk, they got that video and they showed when they opened up the thing. When the ooh, SWAT finna be so lit.
Where it seemed that an unhinged obsession placed blame on a group of innocent suspects, all while overlooking the monster hiding in plain sight, eventually landing a detective behind bars. The following interviews and interrogations have never been seen or heard before.
I know we ain't got no dirty dicks in here. We don't play that dirty shit over here at the Ones Detective Agency.
They've been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed...
Y'all, what y'all want to do? Are we putting O'Connell in prison right now? They say they might have a dirty dick in here. What we doing? She talking about, oh, I ain't gonna be able to look at that now. Yeah, nah. You gonna be on the SWAT team, huh? You gonna be on the SWAT team? You watching that now? Dirty one. Ain't nobody want to put him in no jail. Ain't nobody want to put no cuffs on him. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. We wouldn't put this fool in O'Connell. This for you, my boy.
Detective, put the cuffs on this one. At least until we figure it out later. Cuff him now.
Yeah, Muff, you know how we do. We'll figure it out a little later on. But right now, O'Connell, get these cuffs, my boy.
Attorney, a licensed clinical psychologist, a former licensed professional counselor, and a licensed professional counselor.
Paramount Police, do you have an emergency?
Hi, I'll be over there in about 10 minutes to give you information about the woman that was murdered over there in Clyde.
Heather Bogle was a devoted young mother working a
Ain't no way they done killed little
graveyard shift at the local Whirlpool factory.
I hate when y'all lady be taking that damn weak ass shift, man. That overnight, that graveyard jump, man, no way, ain't no way in hell. None of mine gonna be working no damn graveyard. hit y'all ass in the cribbo. Night shift. I don't even like my lady working on night shift. If my lady can't be out the motherfucking stove by, excuse my French. If my lady can't be out the stove by 9, no later than 10 o'clock, bro, we not working no later than that. We not working no later than that, bro. What else?
To support her 5-year-old daughter. It was a means to an end, as she was also pursuing a career in nursing in order to better support herself and her little girl. On April 9th, 2015, surveillance footage captured.
We did, we got hold here for investigation 24 hours. We gonna use our 24. We might let it go on the 23rd hour, but we gonna use it. We gonna hold detective in them cuffs. Sean, boy, you on point. Listen, my mama always asks me all the time, how did I make it through nursing school? Talk about it. I believe women shouldn't be working regular shifts at all. At the hell all.
Captured Heather leaving the Clyde facility at 6:17 a.m. No one could have ever imagined that this would be the last time Heather would be seen alive. The crime itself was unthinkable, but even more mind-blowing was the tangled web of deception that would be unraveled during the course of the investigation. It was the type of case where nothing was as it appeared to be.
See, I came in here to really have a good time with y'all, and then they got me talking about I got to pay attention. Come on, let me pay attention then. Shit.
Heather had a history of depression. Just 2 years prior, she'd allegedly attempted to take her own life and was prescribed the drug lamotrigine. Knowing this, after she went missing, her mother feared that another attempt may have been made, and a frantic search quickly ensued. It would only be one day before Heather's loved one's worst fears were confirmed. On April 10th, police located Heather's vehicle outside the Somerton Apartments on Hickory Street in Clyde, Ohio, prompting officers to believe
Somerton sound like she done went over there in that trap. Heather look like she done been in that trap. Man, let me listen.
Believe that she might have been inside of the complex. However, they quickly learned that this was sadly not the case. They never anticipated that while searching Heather's car, they would open the trunk to find the missing woman's lifeless body resting inside. Authorities were barely able to stomach the
SWAT got them pictures too, though. This is a case from SWAT too.
Horrendous wounds that Heather had endured, including various bruises and marks among her legs, arms, and face, indicating that someone had mercilessly beaten her. Not only this, but
y'all beat that pretty little white girl, man. Why y'all doing like that?
Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly dog. Boom, 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 boom. You a ugly little dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly, ugly, ugly dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly little filthy ass dog. Boom, boom, boom.
Her hair had been cut off at the scalp, and her fingernails were shaven all the way down to the cuticles.
Dang. Man, they did her wrong. Bruises and marks amongst her legs, arms, and face. Hair cut off at the scalp. Fingernails shaven down to the cuticles. What the fudge? Dang, boy, they did that pretty little young lady that held her the wrong way, man. And they some damn dogs, boy.
She had marks around her wrists and ankles, signifying that she'd been bound.
Let me ask y'all this. Did that sound like, what did that sound like to you? All of that bound and tied, fingernails shaven down to the cuticles, hair cut off at the scalp, legs, arms, and face beat up. Did that sound like a crime of passion by a lover, a man? Or do that sound like a woman that was hating? Let me know in the comments. Was that a scorned lover, man, or a hating ass woman? Put it in the comments, let me know. Let's get back to it.
Tied. Ultimately, her cause of death was determined to be 2 gunshots to her back, which punctured vital organs in her chest.
Damn.
Defensive wounds found on Heather's hands told investigators that, despite the horrific attack, she fought for every last second.
Little baby girl fought, boy. Little baby girl fought, man. Hey, what I tell y'all? What I tell y'all to do? Go get some self-defense classes. Go take some boxing and Muay Thai classes. Go take some jiu-jitsu classes. Because if a mug grab you, if they run up to you, they ain't expecting no little pretty little thing like you to be goddamn on prepared to flap, flap. Shit, CEO no. CEO no. She ex CEO don't she? Did she take them classes? Ex CEO don't she know how to put that 1-2 pull 2, 1-2-3-2? Don't she know how to put them combinations together? Ask don't she know how to do a leg kick and a high kick and a body kick? Don't she know how to turn them hips? Yeah, don't she know how to actually do she know how to shoot? Y'all got to do that, man. These folk fool the hell out here. And y'all getting pretty and sexy and having y'all way. These niggas ain't bad. Get right now. Get right.
Of her life. Along with this, it was determined that her Galaxy Samsung cell phone.
Honestly, they jumped on Hansy. Yesterday. Hansy. They jumped Hansy yesterday. Robbed him. And Booty is a suspect. Don't talk to her. She's a suspect. She told him to meet me in the parking lot. Torture. Hey, CEO said somebody hated her. Fee, I worked 11 to 7 briefly at Sears Manor when trucks were still open. I thought of every scenario. Yes. In the buddy, tongue dried like sandpaper. Yeah. Toy, I was about to say the same thing. No, not Big Pern. Hey, man, Big Pern ain't nobody touching Big Pern. Big Pern, the gangster. The boy with the World War 6. That was emotional. Crime of passion. Okay. Sounds like they were trying to get information out of her. CEO said she tried to steal some drugs. I think a woman did that. I think so too. Trying to get rid of the ID technique. Yep. Trying to get rid. I'm surprised they didn't take the teeth out when they're trying to get rid of the identification. She tried to steal some drugs. Something she may have. Whoever did it wanted her to be an unrecognizable woman. Modesty said, wait. It might have been a YC. She said, a YC or YN that has been watching too much TV and thought they could outsmart the popo. That's a good scenario. Hey, let me change my mind unless she just couldn't fight. A dirty dick lover. Yeah, she might have been the dirty dick. Yeah, boo. That might have been no kind of side little situation. And he tried to get rid of her. She might have had a little baby in her belly. Oh, yeah, Hansy. Yeah, Hansy, he's a World War veteran. Not you putting Stephanie on the spot. Yeah, she's the one told him. Yeah, I mean, I see she was quiet, I was trying to see if she was going to be shot. You see she ain't had no shot. She already talking about alibis.
A set of keys and Whirlpool work shirt were all missing. The police, too stunned to comprehend the horrific sight before them, were now on a manhunt for the mysterious killer. But, unbeknownst to them, their window of time was closing by the second. Still, they had a lead. Heather had been facing a rather tumultuous season in her life. She was in the middle of a devastating breakup with an ex-girlfriend, Carmela Badillo, and the relationship hadn't necessarily ended on good.
She a tambourine player. Shake it, tambourine. That definitely sounds like a crime of passion from a woman. Now, we done combine both of them. She don't even like men folk. So it's a crime of passion is it a crime of passion by ex-lover? It get back to the thing, man.
Terms. Both of the women had met during their...
Hold on. My girl Muffin said, Fee said, hey, wait, Yeah, lock up that ex-girlfriend. Oh, so she was over the rainbow, yeah. Carmela did it. Bring her in. She did it. Oh, let's see. This one sure sound like a crime of passion. That Stella got her. We put it in coach. We gonna Carmela. Just till we interview.
Detective, put the cuffs on this one. At least until we figure it out later. Cuff him now.
Let's go.
Time at Whirlpool, and they officially began dating in 2014. Throughout the romance, the couple would often fight over various subjects, but at the forefront were Heather's supposed allegations of infidelity against Carmela. It wasn't long before their issues
I
would
agree,
create a
babe.
permanent rift between the two, and the year-long relationship would come to an end just 3 days before Heather's disappearance. In texts recovered through Heather's phone company on April 8th, the fury between the two was clear.
You know
In
damn
one
well they
message,
did.
Carmela stated,
Ooh, I wanted to read that so bad. I ain't gonna do it. Y'all, in the SWAT, boy, we get all these files. We get all the files. We get the whole 911 call. We get all. Ooh, we're gonna have some fun on SWAT. Boy.
Last night wasn't something small, Heather. I have to make appointments with a cardiologist and was doing various tests all night. I thank God for my mom being there. She's the only one who will ever have my back and care about me.
Amen.
I would have never not been by your side. I don't ever in this lifetime want to speak to you again. Goodbye.
I bet old girl started smashing old boy. I'm gonna hold off on Big Dick Willie today. And Carmella wasn't ready for it to be over. Modesty said, hey, babe. You know the CEO comes to work on Saturday, and she be thinking it ain't gonna be a lot of people.
Apparently, Carmela had faced an unexpected illness the previous night and requested that Heather come to her aid, even though they'd been broken up. But seeing as she had a shift to attend, Heather was unable to make it.
There go be a guy.
In response, Heather wrote, I had your back. I couldn't lose my job. I'm already so far behind in bills, it's ridiculous. And I have nobody to help me out or even be here for me. And you kept pushing away. I wanted to be there for you. I honestly did and still do. But I understand I cannot know.
It sounds like a lot of blaming going on. Heather said, hey, Mella, I couldn't lose my goddamn on job. I'm behind on these bills. I can't just stop what I'm doing and pull up. Well, y'all lesbian relationships be requiring more from a lesbian relationship. Do y'all require from a man? I'm gonna get that's
what is going on if you do not talk to me. Please do continue to take everything out on me. Following the breakup, Heather also texted her friend Jerry Avalos on April 8th, saying, I deactivated Facebook and all other social media. Literally never talked to my friends, couldn't even have a friend. She wouldn't allow it.
Damn.
It's a clear red flag when a partner tries to control who the other person can talk to or be friends with. It's important to remember.
Are we trying to book Camilla? Or we just detaining her right now? Are we booking her? Are we booking her? What? Like, what we doing? We still just like, we on the prowl. We like, we hunt her down. We ain't got enough evidence. Yeah, let me know. It feel like we just like a bad boy.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you?
Snake, snakes, no snake.
No, we not doing that with the next generation. You gotta sing it right, man.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Snake, no snake. I'm gone.
Remember that Heather was upset about the breakup when she sent this message, and it's possible.
Hold on. Now hey, y'all know how we do. If we get two more detectives, if we get 2 detectives saying put them in prison, Modesty said detain them. V said cuss. I gotta put these cuffs on. I gotta put the cuffs on Camilla.
Detective, put the cuffs on this one. At least until we figure it out later. Cuff him now.
Put her in the cuffs. Let's get back to it.
That Carmela has a very different viewpoint on their relationship. When officers recovered Heather's body, they also discovered a shocking handwritten letter in the vehicle. It was one of passion and rage, each sentence more intense than the last. Unfortunately, it's unknown what was written, but every single word had been directed at Heather, almost as if they wanted to hurt her. To no surprise, the penman had been none other than her scorned ex-girlfriend. But this wasn't the only relationship that seemed to be falling apart for Heather, as additional texts showcased an obscene message.
Again, y'all. Is Heather out here hoeing? Is Heather out here hoeing, playing with this lesbian lady, fucking off on BDW, Big Dick Willie James, the detective? And then she done got caught up in the lovers triangle. She got an angry, dirty dick over here and an angry coochie bumper over here. Woo! Look like she might be in a little pickle.
From her brother, Josh Fiesel. Heather had recently failed one of her nursing exams, and Josh added to the upsetting occasion. He wrote, "Too stupid to pass the LPN exam," and called her a demeaning name. He also texted,
God damn. Golly, big dog. You too stupid to pass the LPN bat exam. God damn. Dumb hoe. Oh, Josh sound like a black dude. Look. White people don't talk like that. Too stupid to pass the LPN bat exam, dumb hoe. Yeah, that's a colored. Low expectations of yourself, typical trash like your mom. Yeah, that is a colored. That's a colored. Well, I think that sounds like something I would have said without mad. Let's get back to the case.
Expectations of yourself, typical trash like your mom and dad. Josh's cruelty towards Heather was no secret to their friends and family, but could he have gone so far as to take her life?
That's her brother. I can't even trip. Shit, my brother told me some weak ass shit like that several times on Facebook. Damn, that's her brother talking like that, dog. He done been hanging around the niggas. He done been in the hood. And then you see how he said, like your mom and dad. Are we putting close on slime? Are we putting that sound like some sibling rivalry, some jealousy in them little situations? Are we putting cuss on little Josh punk ass? Heather was getting it bad. Damn, her brother ain't mess with her. Mom said lock him up too. Yeah, Booby said, okay, yeah, let's put him in cuffs too.
Detective, put the cuffs on this one. At least until we figure it out later. Cuff him now.
Well, the lead detective on the case, Sean O'Connell, had his eyes set on
There you go. Y'all said bring Big Dick Willie here. There you go. Case finna go up now.
Uncovering the answer to this very question. However, as we will soon come to learn, his methods were far from the ordinary. Still,
that's the next graphic we making. I need to bring the paddy wagon roll across the screen. Gotcha.
No one could have predicted the scandal that was about to unravel. Despite the varying fights with Carmela and Josh, it wouldn't take long before they were dismissed as potential suspects. As the hunt for the killer continued, Detective O'Connell quickly located a new person of interest. Tenants had reportedly told the detective that they had seen Heather frequently visiting.
So they just scratched little Mello and Josh off the list. Damn, we done locked them folk up. We done locked them folk up, y'all. Damn, I thought we done figured the case out.
Building 240 of the Somerton Apartments, well before her body was found in the parking lot. It was believed that she would allegedly purchase marijuana from an unknown resident of the complex. When this information was discovered, Detective O'Connell began to dig and eventually found his new lead suspect, 24-year-old Kiona Bohr, thanks to a complaint filed against.
Now we done bought Kiana in this mug. Kiana black. I knew they was hanging in the hood. I knew they were hanging in, and he made weed sound like crack. He did just make that thing. I don't even want to hit my jack no more.
Her by another occupant. It alleged that the scent of marijuana was emanating from her apartment. Kiona, a
Yeah,
mother
she
of
was
2,
smoking
was
that.
supposedly very nervous while speaking with police after Heather's body was discovered, and Detective O'Connell found this to be rather odd. Though she denied any involvement, O'Connell wasn't convinced. Despite this, following her discussion,
Something in my belly ain't sitting right with O'Connell ass. Something in my stomach say O'Connell full of shiitake soup.
with the authorities, Kiona wrote a series of
She got the
strange
whole world in
Facebook
her
posts,
hand. The
especially
whole
under the given
world.
circumstances. I can't believe this just happened, and doing 8 to 10 years for murder and pleading insanity could be seen amongst her account, only furthering the detective's suspicions.
Dang.
Not only this, but according to 2 residents of the Somerton apartments, Kiona was allegedly seen wearing the same red Mickey Mouse t-shirt that Heather's body had been dressed in, well before the tragic event. And lastly, Kiona had been romantically involved with 39-year-old Julian Kaiser, who Detective O'Connell helped to put behind bars for 10 years on a first drug offense. It seemed that the evidence against Kiona
O'Connell a dirty rat. He been, yeah, okay. That boy got a 10 on his first drug offense. Kiki ain't do it, but she know what happened. I think so. Look, OC knew whatchamacallit smoked bud and was going over there to get her fixed. So he developed a plan to make it look like it happened out there because he wanted old girl gone. There he goes. It's always Big Dick Willie in the story.
Kiona was beginning to mount. 4 days after Heather's body was recovered, Kiona was interviewed by Detective O'Connell, and as you're about to see,
Hey, we are 42 deep across all platforms, 18 deep in YouTube. Hit that like, man. Run that up. What's up, Twitch? What's up, Facebook?
tension in the room was so thick, it could have been cut with a knife.
I ain't even started.
Do you know that name by chance?
Man, I'm
Heather
sick of y'all,
Baldwin?
bruh. I'm sick of y'all, bruh. Y'all supposed to be detectives. Y'all supposed to be keeping me on my P's and Q's. Y'all supposed to be keeping me sharp. Y'all supposed to be keeping me good to go. We done been in the show 48 damn minutes. Ain't nobody say star IG, check on IG, Uno.
Sergeant Hansy, I got another one of these late detectives that can help you write out tickets and organize the junk closet. Welcome to desk duty, detectives. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
Because of y'all. She is. The only time I heard of her was when the police knocked on the door, and then I didn't even know who she was. I was like, I don't know her. And then I went inside and got on my Facebook, and I seen her on Facebook.
Obviously, for one reason or another, her vehicle ends up at the Hickory Street Apartments parked in front of your building, 240.
Internal affairs.
The question is, why did it end up there? So we've talked to a lot of people, and we are comfortable to say that Heather has been known to frequent building 240.
Yeah,
we feel comfortable that she was
man.
voluntarily there, probably on Thursday of last week, a couple different times. She was there, then her vehicle had left, and the vehicle had come back, and then the vehicle leaves, and then it finally comes back for the last time on Friday morning at around 1:30. Okay.
Is this O'Connell talking?
Why am I here, though?
And I'm getting to that point. It's my understanding that Heather likes to smoke some weed. Okay, she does it on probably on a somewhat of a regular basis. She has to buy it from somebody. We know that we've had complaints on your particular apartment in reference the odor of marijuana coming from it from one time or another that led to the.
Hey, I think this is gonna be my last week rocking out over there on IG. We probably get a 5 to 7, but I've been telling, hey, come over here to YouTube. Come over here to YouTube because I'm about to minimize it and streamline it all the way down to YouTube. So we can keep them hours going, so we can keep that money coming in, so we can do more.
Police knocking on your door and trying to figure out.
Police has never came to my door. If the police came to my door, they better have a report. The police never knocked on my door.
There is a police report.
They talked to me. They spoke to me.
There's a police report on March 18th. Without going back and looking at their police report, I'm not going to say that they talked to you or not, but I know.
Well, you just said that. See, is this O'Connell? That boy crooked. Boy, that boy crooked.
There is a police report, and there are incidents reports with management pertaining to the smell of marijuana coming from your apartment.
So why hasn't anybody said anything to me previously?
I don't
My
know.
landlord, the police.
That's a good question.
That's
I guess
real sketchy because yesterday a white man came up to me and asked me, were you the one that they had got in trouble for smoking weed? It was smelling like weed in the hallway? And I said, no, that wasn't me. I don't even smoke weed. And he said, well, I do every now and then, whoop whoop, trying to get me to say something. So it was probably him that tried to call y'all. This is so possible. I mean, this is crazy. Like, y'all just raided my house. I work at a nursing home. I'm a single mom with 2 kids. Like, this is crazy.
I understand.
Kiona comes across as quite self-assured. When someone is telling the truth, they may appear more confident because they know the facts are on their side. The detective should have built some kind of relationship with her prior to...
Yeah, that boy, nah, hell nah. That's what it stand up on your tool, Key. That's what I'm talking about, Key, man. That boy tried to play us. That boy tried to, I don't know if they really did talk to you. Bitch, you just came here talking about, oh, we got a police report. She said, pull up the report, nigga, because they ain't talking to me on no damn 15. Man, you a filthy, lying, stank-ass, high and tight having, your mama should have swallowed your...
Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly dog. Boom, 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 boom. You a ugly little dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly, ugly, ugly dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly little filthy ass dog. Boom, boom, boom.
Questions about Heather. Essentially, what he has done here is without any evidence whatsoever. He is launched into an interrogation rather than conduct an actual interview first.
It's my understanding, and another thing that kind of supports what we're looking at is the idea that you are or have dated a guy from Mississippi that used to work at Whirlpool, correct?
Who would say that?
Well,
And what they got to do because he from Mississippi, my boy? So what you trying to say, country nigga? But see, I don't like O'Connell. I don't like O'Connell, man.
I never dated anybody just because I talked to somebody. Like,
all right, so you talked to somebody.
They're not even here. They've been left months and months and months ago. So.
Okay, what's months and months and months ago?
Like months ago when they went home, we was never dating.
Who's the 2 guys that keep coming and going out of your apartment?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
How does it matter? My personal business, I don't know this girl.
Your personal business is not becoming our business.
Okay, so who I sleep with is y'all business. No. Like, I mean, that's what I do. That's all I'm doing. So that doesn't have anything to do with this. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she checking his ass. Do that thing, Key. And he's so green. He ain't following no kind of interrogation techniques. He's just dipping in their business. You being messy. You being messy like a woman, boy. You being messy like a woman. You over here.
These are the questions that we're going to ask, and these are the questions we're asking.
Okay, well, I mean, if I need a lawyer, I can get a lawyer, but I don't. I mean, I'm just saying.
You're not charged with anything.
We're investigating a homicide. If we can tie your apartment into a homicide investigation.
You can't tie my apartment. You can.
Maybe not. I don't.
I know you can't. I don't even know this girl, so I know for.
So how you just say, oh, we could turn your apartment to a homicide? And she said, no, you can't. She said, maybe not. Well, shut your ass out of here. O'Connell is trash can, boy. That boy trash. That boy
100% you can't.
Apparently, 2 different men had visited Kiona at her apartment on various occasions in the recent past.
Okay, she was getting work down. She was getting work. He had one that is an eater, one that's a beater. Yeah.
Omar Satchel and Carrie Jeffrey. It wasn't long before Detective O'Connell considered them additional suspects in Heather's gruesome murder. And soon, we will see exactly why that was.
But this is the thing. That's why we're asking That's why we're asking the questions. And if
Right, but you guys just raided my apartment. You know, yesterday when I went to my house and got that paper, my neighbors ran for me. Like, I'm out here killing people. Like, y'all just ruined my life over this because I smoked some weed. Like, this is crazy.
Okay, we had probable cause to search your apartment.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm just saying, like, that's... I don't even... I've never seen this girl in my life. Don't know this girl,
you have,
nothing.
but maybe those who you associate your...
So why y'all pressing Charlotte in? Bruh, this ain't making no
Yourself with
sense to
have.
me.
Maybe people they associate themselves with. Did you talk to the previous neighbors that lived
Why are you being
there?
so reluctant on wanting to tell us who you
Because
associate?
y'all just raided my house and took my baby daddy to prison for 11 years.
You know
Y'all
what it
think
sounds
I'm
like to me, Kiona?
Oh, no, O'Connell. No, fool. I'm not talking to your bitch. See, I ain't know you, that's her baby daddy you talking about you threw in jail for on their first drug offense. Ain't nobody going to prison unless they moving bricks on their first drug offense. Boy, they go to prison no more than 5 years, no more than 3 years, boy. Even with a PD, they're going to get you some probation and maybe a year of jail time. Boy, stop playing. O'Connell is trash, bro, and he is the reason why niggas don't trust the police. His type.
Sounds like you're withholding information.
No, it sounds like I don't. This is ridiculous.
There is an important distinction here with Kiona talking about getting a lawyer. She didn't unequivocally ask to speak with a lawyer, which is why the officer continued talking to her. If this case were to go to trial, Kiona's attorneys could have argued that this should have been interpreted as a request.
Detective Sharon. See, you one of the top of the line detectives in here. We got several of y'all. You know, y'all the ex-detectives. When we need to solve the case, if you tell me that, dog, guess what? I am obliged to do that because I'm a man of the people. You say here, dog, I say here.
Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly dog. Boom, 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 boom. You a ugly little dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly, ugly, ugly dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly little filthy ass dog. Boom, boom, boom.
But it's not incumbent upon police to clarify statements, and they don't have to stop an interrogation if a suspect makes an ambiguous statement about requesting counsel. This means that the burden of clearly invoking the right rests with the suspect. It's also important to note that though Kiona is being questioned by officers, she was free to leave at any time and was neither detained nor under arrest, which means that the Miranda requirements are not in play here. It also appears that the officer was allowing...
What? So her Miranda rights? So they ain't read her Mirandas then. If it's not in play, then y'all trying to finesse. Y'all trying to railroad this girl. Y'all already threw a baby daddy in jail.
A motion to control him. It's apparent he did little to build rapport with Kiona, and the major example of this is by accusing her of having something to hide. The most important aspect of Reed is to effectively have officers be viewed as advocates, possibly even allies, rather than as adversaries. Instead, the officer should have engaged in asking more open-ended questions, rather than throwing multiple accusations at Kiona. By failing to literally be curious and invite Kiona to tell her story, the officer instead made judgments which shut down further discourse and didn't do anything to win her over. It's not uncommon to see officers become frustrated during an interview or interrogation for a number of reasons. However, a much better strategy is to show the suspect a way out of the mess they find themselves in. This way out is generally couched as "the truth will set you free." Most of the time, it won't set them physically free, but it can be a means to unload a burden via telling officers the truth. In these circumstances, officers emphasize remaining open and non-accusatory, even when presenting facts that contradict previous statements. This allows the conversation to continue.
Y'all just ruined my life for some little...
Yeah, we didn't ruin anything.
I mean, but I don't know anything about it, but this is what I'm
Apparently you do because you're not telling us who your boyfriends are.
I don't have boyfriends.
Then who are the guys that keep coming and going?
I don't know.
It does matter because we're talking about a homicide.
I mean, am I being charged with something? Am I getting arrested?
Not yet.
Okay, then. I mean, I can get a lawyer and come back.
If you want to get a lawyer, go get a lawyer. That just tells me you got something to hide.
I don't have anything to hide, but I know how
You cannot say that. You cannot say that. You cannot say that as an officer. You cannot say that. If I say I'm going to get a lawyer, you say go get a lawyer if you want to, because it just show that you got something to hide. That is crossing the line. That is leading a witness. That is against the rules. You can't do that, bro. You cannot do that at all. Bro, a dog, boy, boy.
If you feel the need, how are we?
I don't.
Because we got your boyfriend and father your baby with a bunch of dope, and he's
Right.
been a doper for his whole entire life.
Okay.
We're in the wrong.
So that's why you raided my house.
No, that's not
probably,
why.
That's probably
because you had marijuana in your house.
But you didn't know that?
Yeah, we did. We had reason to believe it.
You had reason to believe that because somebody said that.
We had probable cause.
Because someone said they smelled odor, never been in my house, never talked to me. The police didn't come to my door and see if there was marijuana.
Your association with Julian Kaiser when you were
He's been in prison for how long?
I don't care. You're still associated with Julian
I'm associated
Kaiser.
with somebody
All right,
that's
you know
in
what?
prison.
Do you want to talk or not?
I don't want to talk.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
You're now involved in a homicide investigation.
Great day.
The detectives.
Yeah, ooh. See, it be them type. It be them type, boy. If you ain't have that gun or that badge, you will be a pussy, boy. You will get whipped. Whipped straight up. You will get whipped, boy. It be them, bro. That's why they need to do, when y'all hire these police officers, they got to go through some type of mental evaluation before they get this level of power. And they need to be evaluated and tested every 6 months, because this is the poison that's poisoning the community. This is why the trust is broken. This is why we don't fuck with 12.
May be misinterpreting Kiona's reluctance to share the
I wanna
names of the
swing
two
on,
men.
bruh.
She's likely trying to protect her
so
friends, but that
bad.
does not mean they are guilty. It's also extremely manipulative for the detective to tell her that by asking for a lawyer, she had something to hide, when in actuality, he was just irritated that she was making a smart decision for herself. Nonetheless, the unrelenting pressure from the detectives left all parties in a state of frustration. But Kiona was living a real-life nightmare, suspected of murder, and was now in a fight for her life. After the troubling interview, authorities
Messed up that girl whole life fucked up. She probably go off herself somewhere, bro. Because of O'Connell punk ass. Because he didn't do things by the books. He didn't do it as policy requires. He was just a unhinged dweeb with a gun and a badge.
were looking into the possibility.
Hold up. He dispatched. Yeah, he a part of dispatch.
Did you really just ask that question? Are you kidding me? Damn, dispatch, you dumb. Get this person off the phone. They need a job at McDonald's. You can't be that slow as dispatch. Sheesh. Damn, dispatch, don't.
Charging 3 people with the crime as they began to investigate Omar and Kayri. Omar, who had previously served prison time for home invasion and firearm charges, had allegedly sold marijuana to Heather, as reported by O'Connell, although this has never been confirmed. When police finally spoke with Omar, he supposedly admitted to having stolen a .380 caliber firearm from his fiancée, but claimed to have sold the gun to a resident living in Michigan not long after. Along with this, authorities allegedly found him to be in possession of unidentified pills and a pocket knife with a blonde strand of hair attached. In an interview with the Fremont News Messenger, Omar adamantly denied that he had ever met or known Heather, gravely pleading for his innocence. In a shocking quote, he described his encounter with Detective O'Connell by saying that, "Sean O'Connell told me, I know it's not you, but I'll make it you." Of course, the detective would deny having ever uttered the threat.
See? O'Connell punk ass. O'Connell got me hot over here, legitimately.
But the truth of the matter remains up in the air. Be that as it
Thank you,
may,
Muff.
later actions by O'Connell that you'll soon learn of might have you drawing your own conclusions. Omar also stated that during the days of April 8th through the 10th, when Heather was missing, he was residing at the Days Inn Hotel.
I totally forgot about Miss Heather got killed. Because O'Connell doing such the effed up job. I totally forgot that an innocent lady is dead. O'Connell talking about some drugs. He want to get some niggas on some drug charges. You lame, what?
At the time of Heather's murder, he claimed to have been visiting 3 separate bars in the Fremont area. However, it has also been reported that he was actually hiding at Kiona's apartment in an attempt to evade an arrest warrant. Despite this, O'Connell was still extremely skeptical and supposedly insinuated that Omar could have still traveled from the various locations to commit the crime. Still, his focus shifted to his final suspect, 26-year-old Kyrie. As a supposed friend of Omar's, Kyrie was just as much on Detective O'Connell's radar.
Kyrie, bruh.
And he would do anything to prove their guilt. According to a source,
Detective Rico, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I hope your Saturday is amazing, bro. I just want you to come join me over here with me. I'm the only one on this duty today, so I need some company. Come on, join me.
Sergeant Hansy, I got another one of these late detectives that can help you write out tickets and organize the junk closet. Welcome to this duty, detectives.
Kyrie was apparently seen throwing a suspicious black bag into a river on April 10th, 2015, presumably containing a firearm. O'Connell asserted that the supposed gun was used in a homicide, potentially Heather's, and quickly released a full dive team to recover the weapon. But to O'Connell's dismay, the search would prove to be unsuccessful. Claiming that Kiona, Omar, and Kyrie were likely the murderers, the detective was still missing one important piece of information: the motive. Why would any of them want to hurt Heather, let alone kill her? Not even O'Connell could say, but suddenly, in the blink of an eye, another disappointment abruptly struck the
Reed, man, I love you, bro. I appreciate you being here. I be on this. I'm the creator and the owner of the department, and I'm on this duty too. But hey, it's love though. It's love. I appreciate you being here.
desperate detective, and it would send the case in an entirely different direction. Underneath Heather's fingernails was a small amount of DNA. The results were shocking, concluding that neither Kiona, Omar, or Kyrie had come back as a positive match.
You punk ass detective. You dirty fuzz.
In an instant, their names were clear.
And now, how Key gonna go get her apartment and shit back? Y'all done said she's involved in a murder and trafficking dope. Now she got 2 babies out in the streets. Boy, y'all ain't, boy, yeah.
Cleared. At least that's what should have happened. Instead, O'Connell stuck to his original claims, not stopping to even ponder the possibility that he might have been wrong. But his delusions would only lead him further away from the actual killer. This just goes to show how detectives can sometimes develop tunnel vision and narrow in on a suspect, while ignoring other possibilities, despite sufficient evidence.
That's what I'm saying. He don't wipe them out. Oh, nah, I ain't them. I want these niggas. I'm gonna call it what it is. It's overtime. It's overtime, bro. Boy. I know we got the CEO in the building, but she probably feel the same way I feel. He is trash, bro. He trash as hell. He wanted the black folk to be guilty. He probably overlooked some other clues from the brother and the ex-lover. Just because he was hell-bent on tying this one man that he probably wrongfully convicted on that first dope charge. He wanted to tie him all to a big drug ring to go down as the detective that took down the empire type vibe. No matter how many lives he fucked up. See, this is why I wish I would have been a detective. Because he would have been doing this shit. I would have broke his, look at his country ass. I would have swung on his ass.
O'Connell had already spent a lot of time on the premise that Kiona, Omar, and Kyrie were involved in Heather's death. He may have been afraid that if he admitted his mistake, he would look incompetent to both the public and to other members of law enforcement. In addition, he was likely experiencing a psychological principle known as confirmation bias. This means that people are more likely to accept information that supports what they already investigators that.
Oh, hell no. Sorry, guys.
The actual killer. This just goes to show how detectives can sometimes develop tunnel vision and narrow in on a suspect, while ignoring other possibilities, despite sufficient evidence. O'Connell had already spent a lot of time on the premise that Kiona, Omar, and Kayri were involved in Heather's death. He may have been afraid that if he admitted his mistake, he would look incompetent to both the public and to other members of law enforcement. In addition, he was likely experiencing a
Hey! Perfect. That's a perfect call, Sean.
Harvey's a lefty, uh-huh.
Well, you're pretty sure of yourself, ain't you, Virgil? Virgil, that's a funny name for a nigger boy that comes from Philadelphia. What do they call you up there?
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
Mr. Tibbs! Well, Mr. Wood, take Mr. Tibbs, take him down to the depot, and I mean boy like now.
I'll have the FBI lab send you the report on this. Not that it'll make any difference.
I'll take that.
No, you won't. I'm sending it in, personally.
psychological principle known as confirmation bias. This means that people are more likely to accept information that supports what they already believe.
We already know this dude is a crooked cop, but look how we make an excuse for it. This is something that's called confirmation bias. No, he's a crooked. He lacked morals. He lacked principles. He lacks any real goddamn on justice in his body. He's trash. He needs to be a manager at McDonald's or a fast food restaurant.
And on the other hand, may discount information that doesn't align with those beliefs. With this in mind, just over a year later, Kiona is demanding answers.
I just want to know when y'all are going to tell her that I'm not involved in this and not clear my...
She's... For 1 year, this girl been going through it, and y'all ain't clear her name when the DNA came back. She's saying she knows that her DNA won't come back.
She's saying she knows that her DNA won't come back. It's at what point do we say?
For a year, the detective would supposedly harass Kiona, frequenting her place of work with additional officers. At one point, he apparently gathered Kiona's co-workers for a meeting, although the subject of the matter has never been reported. It wouldn't be too long before the single mother found herself out of work while struggling to make ends meet. Every job interview for a new position was to no avail, and it seemed that O'Connell was never going to let her out of his grasp. These were likely acts of intimidation on O'Connell's part, which is a form of manipulation. He may have believed that he could scare Kiona into confessing, which would have been coercion. Yet, after securing a lawyer, Kiona was able to restrict her contact with the detective, but that wouldn't stop O'Connell from allegedly speaking with her acquaintances. In an interview with the Sandusky Register, Kiona recalled a time when she traveled to her local tattoo artist and was startled to learn that after she left the establishment, Detective O'Connell had allegedly made his way in to speak with the artist. Other accounts recall that the detective apparently had residents of the Somerton apartments act as informants for the investigation, hoping to gain more details on Kiona.
I'm not here to say that you did do it, and I'm not here to say that you didn't do it.
Okay, but I know for a fact that you guys got my DNA back and there's no matches. I know for a fact that you guys went through my phone record, there's no matches. I know for a fact that y'all been looking at my Facebook. Okay. There's nothing. I know that.
Kiona's suspicious Facebook posts, as previously described, had actually been in response to Julian's prison sentence. And not only this, but she had never been in possession of the Mickey Mouse shirt found on Heather. Regardless of these revelations, the detective...
This man really made up a whole goddamn story to take this lady out because he wrongfully convicted her PD. He better get something at the end of this shit. He better be facing something at least 5 years. He a mutt, boy.
Pressed on.
Yeah, it is what it is. If you're not involved, then you're not involved.
Okay, so when you gonna clear me though? Because me and my kids.
When we're comfortable to be able to say for sure that it's not you.
This reign of terror would eventually come crashing down. In an attempt to seek an indictment, O'Connell had written a report to the prosecution, but failed to include that the DNA found on Heather did not match any of the 3 suspects. Along with this, he...
You still wrote the report even after the DNA came back and said them folk wasn't guilty? Them folk wasn't nowhere around? Even after the girl wasn't in the possession of the red jacket? Even after you still wrote the report seeking a conviction? How many of us is in jail from people like this? This shit actually sad, bro. This girl had to literally fight for her life from motherfucking oversized bipolar ass Doug.
refrained from giving all of his case files to the county prosecutor and dismissed every other lead besides those relating to the trio. He even ignored a critical piece of information sent in an email by a Whirlpool employee just 2 days after Heather...
Not selfish at all. You guys are a priority as well. I will ask the sheriff to sign later. Why the freak are you typing like that? He's a dickhead. Why are you typing like that in the official letter from Sean O'Connell? Sean, I know you are working on a murder investigation. I completely understand it takes priority over anything else, but I'm just wondering if you're going to be able to talk to BIC about our case this week. I hope that doesn't sound selfish. It's horrible because what happened to that girl, and I hope you catch whoever did it. And I'm really not trying to bother you about it, but, and let me see, I can't see that part. And by the way, I don't know if you have any suspects, but I know someone who works at Whirlpool that is very capable of doing that to a woman. Thank you. Someone that works at Whirlpool that's very capable of doing that to a woman. Not selfish at all. You guys are, man, what? Get that boy off the force. He can't read. He's stupid. Get him off the force. He a dog.
Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly dog. Boom, 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 boom. You a ugly little dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly little filthy ass dog. Boom, boom, boom.
And by the way, I don't know if you have any suspects, but I know someone who works at Whirlpool that is very capable of doing that to a woman. This crucial lead would eventually become integral, but in his determination to convict Kiona, Omar, and Kayri, O'Connell did not even take it into consideration. However, this would not go unnoticed. Soon, O'Connell was caught giving a copy of the investigation report to an employee working for the Sandusky County Department of Job and Family Services, claiming that he wanted to gain their insight on a person of interest in the case. Once this was discovered by the sheriff, the detective was immediately placed on leave, but it only...
He was trying to get that girl babies taken. He was trying to get that girl babies taken. Holy smokes.
It took a week to uncover the extent of his
I'm gonna
malpractice.
shut up, y'all.
As a
I'm finna
result, the
shut up.
detective was
We still
quickly let
got
go from his
we got
position
40 minutes
and was
to go.
facing an increasing amount of legal charges, which included misleading a public official and tampering with evidence. O'Connell had broken the law that he vowed to protect and was eventually sentenced to 2 years in prison. Although this would not be the end of the shocking corruption, seeing as how another scandal.
Okay, we gotta have a little pause right there. Because we on a whole nother case that's on the case that we really started on the case. So really today we seen on overtime, we seen 3 cases. We seen what SWAT gonna look like, and we was like, damn. Then we came and seen Miss Heather. We was like, dang. We was like, dang, Miss Heather got killed by her ex-lover. We said that as an agency. We were like, oh, the ex-lover. They worked at Whirlpool together. They broke up like woo woo woo. She like, you ain't have my back. You know what I'm saying? We had the whole conversation about, is this a scorn lover type shit, right? Then we done got a whole sidetrack because O'Connell, bitch ass, done did all this corruption and he get 2 years. Do y'all think that was sufficient for the shit that he did? 2 years. Let's be honest. He lost. They gonna say 2 years. He gonna do 6 months. Y'all let me know in the comments. Yes, put a Y. Yes, that's sufficient. He got 2 years. No, he should have got 5. I'm saying no. He should have got 5 at least. Back to the case.
Scandal had just as quickly broken through the walls of this quiet and quaint little town. Sheriff Kyle Overmeyer, also working on Heather's case, had been caught stealing drugs from the drug take-back boxes in northwestern Ohio.
Yeah, damn.
Facing an ongoing opioid addiction, Kyle was sentenced to 4 years in prison in December.
How he get more time? How he get more time? Because he a junkie than this dude O'Connell get for ruining 6 black people's lives. Man, y'all get him in. Y'all can have this shit today, boy. Y'all done pissed me off.
Of 2016. But during this time, he was able to sit down with authorities to give his side of the story on what happened with former Detective O'Connell.
And we'll get into more on Sean about what he did, but a lot of stuff was secret squirrel with him, and he did his own thing, and I entrusted in him as a detective, and because you can't do it all, you can't be a detective and a sheriff and wear all the hats.
He was dead set on Kiana Boer, and then he found out that Omar might have been out.
Was hiding out there. He was there that night supposedly, and there was a warrant for his arrest, and that's where it all unraveled, where he became obsessed.
Why is that?
I don't know.
See, now here's another thing I've been told.
Yeah.
That he had a personal vendetta against Kiana Boer.
Kyle gives a brief rundown on how O'Connell helped to imprison Kiona's ex-boyfriend, Julian, and why that might have placed the single mother at the top of his suspect list in Heather's case.
Now, in speaking to Heather's family members and Carmela Badillo, they all indicated that the 3 people that provided Heather her drugs were, and then was the other. Oh, there's only 3. Nobody ever mentioned Kiana Boer.
Right.
So I don't know how he's getting in and going Kiana Boer, and he's making that up.
Right. And
correct?
Yes.
All the while, residents across the community were stumped when it came to who might have carried out such a gruesome crime. And some were inclined to leave their thoughts on the most popular social media platform, Facebook. One user wrote a post insinuating that Carmela, Heather's ex-girlfriend, may actually be the one that authorities were looking for.
We said that too. Y'all. I had to get my bearings back because these folk done pissed me off.
Sad thing about this is just a few days after it happened, my brother worked with a guy who no longer works there with him, but he stopped over and told me his sister and Heather had a thing and that she might have had something to do with it. I called O'Connell to report what I was told at the time, but nothing was done. Was Heather's ex-girlfriend the perpetrator who'd been hiding in plain sight? Or was there someone else sneakily going unnoticed?
What y'all think, y'all? What y'all think? Y'all think it's Mello? Y'all think it's Carmelo? We back on our real focus, man. Them old dirty dicks, boy. They dirty, boy. They dirty as hell, boy. So we got to solve this one. Y'all thinking that Carmela, they worked that whirlpool together. They had a falling out. We seen the text messages saying Shawty was, oh, you ain't have my back. She wanted her to leave her job. Y'all let me know, man. If not Carmela, then who? Somebody out the blue? The brother? Who?
Still, others had their own opinions. One person even stated that he knew more about the situation than most. A lot of time and dedication was lost, and I have proof. I want it done right. I had to bring up a perfected parliament to do what I did and walk it through like a gentleman. Most eerie of all, this person was well aware that corruption was lurking. I trust very few when the problem goes all the way to the top. In addition to the online chatter, others took their concerns directly to authorities. One account in particular stood out. Michael Abdu, a resident of Fremont, Ohio, was in a frantic rush to give a statement on an alleged conversation that had taken place at a nearby bar.
Fremont Police, do you have an emergency?
Hi, I'll be over there in about 10 minutes to give you information about the woman that was murdered over there in Clyde.
Michael claims that he met 3 men at the local bar, where one had allegedly explained to him that he ordered the hit on Heather. Michael refers to this man as Mississippi. 2 other gentlemen had also been present, but he...
Where did we hear? I said something about, oh, don't be dissing no man because he from Mississippi. What he mean by Mississippi? O'Connell said that. With Keon? With Kiki? Once she getting piped down by a dude from Mississippi? Y'all let me know. I think that's right.
Didn't know their names.
They informed me how they killed her in the residence and took her body and put it in the trunk of the car. He said if you got any family, I suggest you do the right thing. I said, I don't understand what you're talking about. And then he said, I was the person that took care of the white girl over in Clyde. The black man said this.
Here we go.
What are you talking about? What do you mean you took care of the white girl over in Clyde? He said.
Here we go.
Asked the 2 dudes inside. We took care of business.
Black guy did it.
So I went and asked the 2 guys inside. Hey. The dude said you guys took, I said Mississippi said you guys took care of those 2, or took care of the girl over there in Clyde. And he said, yeah, we gave that what she deserved. The one dude turned to the other guy and said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro, you making this whole shit up, bro.
The other one then said,
why you killed a girl?
Dude's cool.
Tell us why you killed Heather, Michael. Just tell us. Stop making up this whole cockamamie scheme. How did you encounter Heather? Like, jigs up.
Whatever you gotta say, I'm cool with. I'm not, gonna go nowhere.
Michael, clearly stunned by the recent encounter, provided a new lead for the authorities. However, just as quickly, police were able to conclude that they'd reached a dead end yet again, due to the fact that his story couldn't be corroborated by other patrons of the bar. It was clear that from the onset of Heather's case, each and every day had been afflicted by injustice. Fortunately, that wouldn't last for long. The day had finally come where a new sheriff was in town, determined to track down the real killer with no time to waste. Sheriff Chris Hilton quickly dismissed the previous suspects, along with Carmela, and soon enough, he'd also pinpointed exactly where Heather had been following her last shift at Whirlpool. Through her
Who is this new sheriff? Who was this new sheriff? We done been led astray by corruption of this whole entire case. We need to know what bro on or sis on, what she on. I thought Buddy from the Silk was black. Me too. I don't believe him. I didn't believe him. Me either. Muff said booby. He keep pausing and looking away, but I think that boy was drunk. I think he came straight from the bar. He recalling the script he was given. Fee said, I wouldn't be surprised if the crooked ass cop told him to say that. That's a good one. Yeah, the whole force crooked. Dang, they got nothing but a dog ass police for sure. Man, this case is, we everywhere with this one, y'all. Let's get back to it.
Email account, authorities were able to see her movements throughout the entire day of April 9th, thanks to the several electronic coordinates kept in Google's GPS function. This indicated that around 6:30 in the morning, Heather had been at a trailer park home in the Emerald Estates lot, a little over a mile away from Whirlpool.
Heather done went to the TP. Heather was good in the hood buying the reefer from Black Them, messing around with Kiki baby daddy getting the weed. She done went to the TP. Damn, Heather mama. Golly, boy. And y'all tried to put it on the hood, boy. Fucking with the TP, boy.
She remained there for at least an hour before her phone had apparently been shut off. The residence was that of 44-year-old Daniel Myers, one of Heather's co-workers at Whirlpool.
Daniel.
Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly dog. Boom, 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 boom. You a ugly little dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly, ugly, ugly dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly little filthy ass dog. Boom, boom, boom.
The authorities were able to speak with Daniel on May 24th, 2017, over 2 years after Heather's disappearance.
How you doing, Dan? Hey, Nick Katsopoulos with the Sheriff's Office. Would you be able to take a few minutes and talk to us?
For what reason?
Well, we're working a cold case homicide.
Do you still work for Whirlpool right now?
Sharon, I'm talking about everywhere.
Back then, what shift were you working?
Midnights.
Back then, did you tell them what this is in reference to?
I told them we're working an old homicide.
Come on in.
Are you sure?
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Sorry to wake you up. I feel bad.
We're just trying to, like I said, follow up on some leads and some other stuff that popped up. Did you know her at all?
Very, very little. Very little. Just
The officers have not mentioned Heather's name, yet Daniel is already aware of who they are speaking of.
very limited conversation. I guess if you want to know how long I knew her, maybe 3 months, but how long I talked to her, maybe a couple of weeks. And you don't get long breaks at Whirlpool. So,
Right.
it's like pee, eat within 10 minutes for first break. And it was very limited chit-chat.
Sure. And just so we're on the same page of who we're talking about.
Right.
Heather Bogle, right?
Right.
Okay.
She's the only one
Did you work in the same area as her?
Yes.
Okay.
Daniel claims that he and Heather had never talked outside of work and primarily discussed their children while they were on their breaks at Whirlpool.
She was just a sweetheart. She was very concerned about her kid, worked hard. She was always sweeping whenever she wasn't doing it. She was, it was sad. I guess it's a little odd that, you guys are...
Well, here's what...
I know it's cold case and you guys are just, grasping at straws trying...
We want to try our best.
Right.
And a part of what we've been doing when we interview people, we've been collecting DNA buccal swabs. It's basically a Q-tip. This is a little thing and then we're off on our way. Would you be all right with that?
There's no reason why I would have to do something.
Oh, you don't have to. No, this is part of...
If there's an issue, I'll get an attorney or something. I didn't know really the lady or anything like that, but...
Nobody's saying that. This is just part of being thorough in what we're doing.
I'll pass until there's some issues to where, I'll get my attorney and see what he has to say, but I'm going to pass on that.
The detective is trying to make Daniel more comfortable by mentioning how they ask everyone.
Now, why y'all ain't do the O'Connell technique right then? Oh, you got something to hide then, boy. Wonder.
To provide a DNA test so that he will be more inclined to agree. And while every single person had supposedly agreed to the buccal swab, Daniel is the first to say no. But there was a good reason behind his unwillingness to provide a sample. 2 days later, authorities went knocking on his door once again.
We need to follow up a little bit more in regard to that.
All right.
Because you came off work that morning, right?
Right.
Okay. And there was nobody else in your trailer at that time.
Now you're off your rocker, mister.
I saw you do it. You shoved her off the terrace. You beat her up and then you killed her.
Donald, take him out of here. Book him. Murder one.
I'll get you for this.
I'll get you for this. Well, I'll worry about 99 years from now.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
There was nobody else living but you at that time.
No.
And then Heather was down in the area.
Well, I don't know. How would I know that she's down?
Well, you're at the trailer and she's at the trailer. So that's what we need to get cleared up. And we know this.
She wasn't in my trailer. There is no way she was in my trailer.
She was in your trailer.
She was in my trailer. She was in my trailer. You heard that inflection in his voice. Guilty. Now your kids be like, You know, yeah, nah. Yep. That's exactly what he just did. Guilty as hell.
Okay, well then you're going to have to show whatever that she was there.
The first time he says she wasn't in my trailer, Daniel ends with upward inflection, as though asking a question, not making a statement. The second time he says it more forcefully. It's almost like he had to ask it as a question first, so he could repeat it to deny it. We know people struggle with outright lies, so this was likely a way to handle his nerves when deceiving the detective. Someone who is wrongfully accused of something is more likely to deny it using a firm tone of voice. An innocent person may even become a bit hostile. However, Daniel gives a quick and weak denial. And not only is his evasive response more than a little worrisome, but Daniel was also hiding a mountain of disturbing.
Boo. I think Daniel ass finessed Heather and said, oh yeah, I got some good weed at the grill. For real, because she was taking care of her daughter. He said she was always sweeping, always working. Everybody around her said she was good. Kiki said, I ain't no shot. We just smoked a blunt together. She was a real, you know what I'm saying? She a real goddamn white girl Heather. Fuck with I told you. The way her brother cussed out, they hung with the niggas. So she was in the hood. She was good in the hood. They knew her, white girl Heather. Y'all know y'all got that one white girl that y'all call her white girl Brittany, white girl Heather, white girl Kim. Her name is white girl whoever. I ain't trying to be racist and disrespectful. That's what she was. Daniel didn't blend in that. Heather ain't kick it in the TP. You know what I'm saying? Ain't kick it in the TP. He wanted some of, you know what I'm saying? He wanted some of Heather. Now think back to the information we got online when the folks said, I knew when they sent O'Connell this shit, he said, I know somebody that worked with us at Whirlpool that would absolutely have done this to the lady. Just this goofy ass boy right here. Freaky Danny. O'Connell ruined these folks' fucking life, bro.
Secrets, and his true atrocities were about to be revealed.
Yeah, that's why I do got a dog in his mouth.
Don't know what
but you know Heather better than what you're telling us.
No, I did not know Heather that well. I didn't. There is no way. I don't know anything about her. Just the basic conversation that we had when we sat for a very limited break. That's all it was.
You know what her car looked like, right?
Yeah, I knew what it looked. No, I didn't know what it looked like. I knew from the news, from all.
That bitch say, yeah, I knew what it know. I didn't know what it looked like. That boy got that meth mouth. On God. That boy was juicy fruit, and that boy was up there bumping. Hey, he was too into her movements. He probably was mad she didn't want to give him no play. Absolutely, booby. I bet he was trying to hump on her and she didn't want to bust down. Yeah, she didn't. His mouth say he guilty. Cricket bastard. Because you guilty. They were getting high together. Like what I'm saying, boo, I don't think they were getting high, man. They are just a dweeb. His mouth definitely crooked. Straight up.
Online, Facebook, I mean, there's pictures from that's on the Facebook about the car with, going by Miller's, there was a vision of a car. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's common knowledge. I mean, even the news was showing her vehicle, but I've never seen her vehicle personally.
And when she was in the PJs, ain't nobody was killing Heather. Now, she had a couple of the homeboys running rod in the clothes. I don't know, they love them a little bunny, boy. They love them a little bunny in the PJs, especially if they cool with being in the PJs. Heather done been to a couple cookouts. Straight up. She was cool in the hood. They ain't do nothing to her.
Personally,
we didn't draw your name out of a hat and show up at your door.
Okay.
So we're here asking you to help yourself out. Let us know what happened.
Help yourself.
Detectives are taught to never reveal to suspects what they know. And in addition, they want to give off the impression that they know more than they do.
Boy.
This accomplishes multiple things.
The bunny bust down, yeah.
It allows officers to catch suspects in a lie. And two, suspects are...
And one thing the hood ain't gonna do, the hood ain't gonna let nothing happen to the bunny bust down. Because she on about 5 or 6 of the partners in the hood phone list. When the night is low, they ain't letting you know they running rod in them, but they, hey, what you doing, Heather? 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. Hey, shit, I just rolled up. Shit. Oh, you gonna put the babies to sleep? All right, man. For sure. So ain't nothing was gonna happen to the bunny in the hood, bro. Not the bust down one, not the one that's given. So you saying Heather got her black card? Nah. Her coochie is utilized in the black community. She might not have her card, but she good at the cookouts.
left wondering how much police
they gotta
know.
do a lot more to get that card
They may
nowadays.
believe that police do know more than they actually do, which makes it more likely that they will let something slip. The officers further explain to Daniel that they are well aware of his involvement, but they want to hear from him just how that came to be, and more so, what exactly happened on that fateful day.
She was never at your trailer before?
No.
Never?
No.
Okay.
There's nothing for me to tell you.
Daniel maintains that Heather was never at his trailer. However, he does give some information relating to what he discussed with her on April 9th at work that day. After failing her nursing exam, she was already feeling down on herself, but the cruel text she received from her brother had only worsened these emotions. When Heather saw the message from Josh around 3:44 a.m., Daniel...
Her brother a dog too. I gotta give him what he earned.
Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly dog. Boom, 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 boom. You a ugly little dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly, ugly, ugly dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly little filthy ass dog. Boom, boom, boom.
She definitely did get something black, but it wasn't the card. Utilized, bro. Yeah, you know, it was, bro. You know, to be honest. Hey, can I be honest right now? I was finna do y'all so dirty today. I was finna make this a to be continued. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. I was finna stop right here and be like, see y'all. But I ain't gonna do it today, man, because we vibing. I do gotta go get a haircut, but it's another thing I wanted to stop and tell y'all for real. Every day of the week, you can find something here on Flash Mob ENT. Tap in.
Welcome to the Flash Mob TV lineup. Starting with the #1 morning show, The One's Detective Agency. And the new video reaction show starring Tay White in Uno the One, You're Messing With It. Join us on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Bossman Blake and Uno the One as they host Grown Folk Talk. And the wildest show on the internet, Uno Does the Internet, goes live every night Thursday at 9:05. And Fridays belong to Bandcamp. Join host Modest Moments as she give you a journey into Bandcamp at 6. And on Saturdays, The Ones Detective Agency presents Street Beat, the overtime hours. Come get you some overtime Saturday, 9:05. It's a host of things here on Flash Mob Entertainment. Don't miss.
Was supposedly the shoulder that she would cry on. He states that nothing more happened, but as police would soon learn, this couldn't be further from the truth. Following the intense confrontation, they informed Daniel that there is a warrant for his trailer in addition to his DNA. From here on out, Daniel would be unable to hide the monstrous lie that was masked behind his seemingly normal facade. However, what you're about to see is more shocking than you could ever imagine. Taking a closer look, authorities were stunned to learn that Daniel had apparently mourned the loss of Heather. He attended her funeral and signed the registry book thereafter to pay his respects. Even
Y'all, on SWAT, you see how that was blacked out? We will be able to see that. Ooh, I can't wait to this Saturday.
going out of his way to donate $125 to the GoFundMe account of Heather's family.
You a dog.
Right.
Oh, you a dog. You done killed that girl and gave her mama $125. Boy, you ain't a thing. You ain't a thing, boy.
Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly dog. Boom, 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 boom. You a ugly little dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly, ugly, ugly dog. Boom, boom, boom. You a ugly little filthy ass dog. Boom, boom, boom.
Getting a now disturbing message. Heather, you were such an amazing person. Although we've only known one another for a short time, I've come to appreciate our talks about our kids. I'm distraught that there will be no more of your smile at work. You will always be in my thoughts. Your daughter will always be in my prayers. God bless you, little Missy. Danny and Ethan Myers. Apparently, he had also posted to Facebook that he was unable to eat or sleep due to the frightening situation. Daniel likely enjoyed inserting himself into Heather's world this way. He may have felt a secret thrill at the funeral, playing the part of a grieving co-worker, all while relishing in the fact that he was the only one who knew the truth about what happened to her. In addition, he may have believed that staying close to the situation would make him appear less suspicious. But as the investigation continued, it was quite clear to police that things weren't adding up. Just 5 days after Heather was found, Daniel had purchased new plywood flooring for his home, and at the end of the month, a new mattress. Along with this, over a year later, he made a trip to the local dentist to repair a set of cracked and broken teeth. But the reason for the dental visit would be anything but typical. Several
Heather done put them things on his ass. Heather done thought back and like, boy, back up. Boy, I be in the hood with Keisha them. I be in the hood with Kiki them. Boy, back up. He had to hit her with something. She done worked them. Yeah, bro. I just came to get a sack of weed. Bing, bing. Boy, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She was Milk Marie in the hood, Sean. For sure. That ain't even funny. He a dirty ass dog. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't gonna do that. Y'all calling me a dog. I ain't do it. We gonna ride out today. Tell your mom to come to the precinct. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Mo. Hey, Mo. Come to the precinct, Rick. He cool. I just sent him a text. He late anyway. He running late anyway, so we good. Yep. Come to the precinct and give you a cut. Yeah, he'll tell me about 20 more. He'll probably want to, he'll pull up on me though. Hey, Tree said, hey, I just wanted you to know that we rocking with you, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you for rocking with me. Yeah. Cause who come to OT and haven't got paid for the regular days yet? I love my job even when I'm on desk. Risa, you ain't heard. Nah, we do be paying. You ain't heard what happened yesterday. You ain't hear that? Okay.
Bernice, am I about the money? Am I about the money, Bernice? Am I about the money? Am I about the money? What about the money? I came to collect these folks' money as a checks. What about the money? Oh, okay, that jackpot. It is your boy, Officer Hansie, and I got that shit on today. I have decided to come down here and get y'all millions and checks. There you go. I gotta count it first. It smells like 20. 3. I'm just gonna. I had forgot to bring my bag to put y'all millions and checks in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put this in my safe place. I'm gonna put this in my safe place right here. Ain't nobody gonna go in here. You hear me? I got y'all millions and checks. I'm finna get back on the road to head back to the precincts to bring y'all millions and checks. Y'all's gonna be proud of Officer Hansie today. I'm finna head to the car. I think I made it to the precinct. I think I made it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, do I got the millions and checks on me? It feel like all them folk millions and checks. Now let me go in the precinct, and I'm gonna get these people their millions and checks. I just gotta go the right direction first. I gotta go the right direction. All right, pause. They're gonna be happy to get this million and checks today. They got me. They got me. They done got me. They done hit me upside the head and took the millions and checks. I can't even find it. Help me, 9/11. 9/11, somebody help me.
Good morning. It is I, Sylvester DeMonte Jenkins, and I'm speaking to you today on behalf of the DaOnes Detective Agency. One of our officers was savagely beaten and robbed of the money and checks. That will not be tolerated here. We have put together a vast team of detectives that will investigate and get to the bottom of... Excuse me, I am a little flustered. Get to the bottom of this travesty. Officer Hennessy is a decorated detective. And excuse me, I'm so flustered here. And all he does is take care of us. I'm reaching out to you to ask you if you've seen anything in the parking deck that caused Officer Hansie to be robbed. Please reach out to the number listed below. You can remain anonymous, but I need you to help me. Thank you for all that you do. Sylvester DeMonte Jenkins.
purchases were also discovered, such as materials to repair a deck, lawn chemicals, light bulbs, galvanized nails, and paint. But this could all be explained away, even though a new revelation was far more difficult to rationalize. A warrant had finally been obtained to perform a DNA test on Daniel, and it concluded that the sample from underneath Heather's fingernails was a complete match to that of her co-worker. Over 2 years later, the truth of the devastating matter would finally be revealed. When police officially searched Daniel's trailer, the findings were unsettling, to say the least. Upon entering the residence, investigators found various adult toys, surveillance equipment, a Dell laptop, disposable cameras, handcuffs, jewelry, a pair of women's underwear, and a Samsung Galaxy cell phone. Furthermore, they located several red and brown stains on the bottom of Daniel's carpet. A sample taken from the rug would later come back positive for blood. Not only that, but Daniel had been keeping videotapes, documenting his encounters with women, and had bizarrely Googled nursing textbooks online. In addition, GPS locations from Daniel's truck uncovered that he had frequently driven by Heather's house between the months of March and April of 2015, and had even made his way to the Somerton apartments on one occasion. But once the horrific event took place, his travels around these specific locations came to a sudden halt. This could suggest that Daniel was obsessed with Heather and stalking her, but at some point his behavior escalated. It's possible that if Heather discovered that he was following her and she confronted him, he may have lashed out. Alternatively, he may have expressed interest in her and she rejected him, which made him angry. On top of this, there was also alleged evidence that Daniel may even be connected to more than one crime. On June 1st, 2017, 2 years after Heather's horrendous murder, Daniel was finally taken into custody. One of the investigators asked the other officer to remove the handcuffs from Daniel.
2 years. He lived his like 2 years. O'Connell out of jail now. O'Connell out of jail now. 2 years don't worry about it. O'Connell ain't he out of jail. Kiki ain't bounced back yet though.
Daniel, and instead handcuffs him to a hardpoint in the interrogation room. It seems as though the officers aren't comfortable at this point to completely uncuff him.
You were told you were under arrest, correct? Okay. No Miranda rights at all. Okay. So nobody's spoken to you yet. That's what we're going to do this right now. Right. You are under arrest. And that, I heard Debbie tell you that when we were out there.
Usually them mini wheats be them shredded mini wheats be got dang on having stuff like that around Teresa because they like the trophy. They like to go back and look at it and stuff like that. Oh, Daddy Bud was a weirdo. I knew he was into her. Yeah. Golly, he was obsessed with her. That's what I'm saying. Like Heather was just cool.
Okay. He said that, but didn't tell you anything else. Right. Okay. We're here to tell you this is in connection with the Heather Bowl hunt. Okay.
Yo, my baby leave in 8 days. Her and her mom was packing up her room yesterday. I was like, it's real.
The officer reads Daniel his Miranda rights, and he quickly requests an attorney, although he still answers one question.
What is your passcode for your cell phone? About a week. Can we write it down? Yes.
Passcodes to cellular phones are protected under the Fifth Amendment in some jurisdictions,
you kept
and
it
the
P.
contents of a phone are
You kept it P. You all the way to that point right there. You shouldn't have gave that up.
generally protected under the Fourth Amendment. In all likelihood, Daniel just waived some very important Fourth and Fifth Amendment protections by
Muff. That's what I said too. But when you looked at the map when they traveled, he was right there by the job. He just said they only had 10 minutes. He was like, just come over here 10 minutes. Woo, 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 woo. I got the weed right here. Just put it in your car. Okay. The project was got dang on 15, 20 minutes. It was on the way to the house. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, okay, shit. And he probably was challenging Lil Teepa, and she was going to probably take some of that back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? She was good. She was cool in the hood. Like, she just made a play. This nigga just a weirdo. He's just a weirdo. He's a dope.
voluntarily giving up his passcode and consenting to a search of his device. You should never give up a phone, its passcode, or its contents without a warrant.
Without a warrant.
Even then, good counsel will attempt to have this warrant overturned, or the admission of evidence obtained via the warrant excluded from evidence. By surrendering these rights, officers no longer need to develop probable cause to obtain a warrant in the first place. This essentially allows them to go on what attorneys call a fishing expedition, where they might find evidence of a crime, but may also find additional evidence linking a suspect to other previously unknown or undiscovered crimes. Waiving these rights places the suspect in greater jeopardy from this perspective. Assuming the case goes to trial, the suspect has harmed their case by freely offering additional and possibly incriminating evidence to the prosecution.
You get your attorney, you get situated in, you let me know. We'll sit down with you and your attorney. I think you got a story to tell.
And it was quite the story. Following his...
That boy looked bad. You can see he's starting to woo, you know what I'm saying? But right there, that comb over ain't even combing over no more, baby.
Arrest, 10 other women had come forward, claiming that they had been assault victims of none
He was a serial rapist.
other than Daniel himself. And while incarcerated,
Oh, y'all don't let me forget. Say, Uno, tell me about your story like Daniel before we get off.
the suspect had attempted to regain contact with many of his alleged victims by writing handwritten letters. Although in a conversation from jail, he learns that this may not be a possibility with at least one woman.
Did you get a chance to go see what the address was? He said she does not want anything to do with you. Oh, well, how does that then? Talked to her about 3 weeks ago. Huh? Well, why didn't you mention something to me? Because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Well, it don't hurt my feelings. I just wanted to send her a card, but... She said, don't, because if you do, she'll get you for harassment. I mean, a lot of these women that you want to, you're trying to contact, they're scared of you.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I don't know, Danny. I don't know what you want us to do. All right, well, enough said.
In one of the letters, Daniel wrote, "So many emotions in one, not sure why I'm writing now. First off, I guess..."
Ooh, that boy Danny can write. Look at that handwriting. That thing is beautiful. That's pretty as hell, boy. Yes, Sirski. That's how Jenny wanted my papers to look. On my mama, on my hood. I look fly. I look goddamn good.
"You really didn't know me after all. I was never violent with you. You enjoyed my forcefulness, you told me many times, almost instructed me on what to do. You always told me you liked to be held down. Maybe your memory wasn't as good as mine." As the note continued, Daniel insisted that the unknown person was in favor of his disturbing actions. Although it hasn't been documented if Daniel was ever diagnosed, people with antisocial personality disorder often engage in this sort of emotional manipulation of their victims. They will attempt to persuade the victim into believing that they were at fault for the abusive actions. They're highly skilled at making victims doubt their own sanity along with their own memory of events, as Daniel is doing here with this letter. This is called gaslighting. In this case, he doesn't want anyone testifying against him, and he can't try to scare them into submission from his cell. So he needs to use his words to manipulate them into thinking they are wrong about what happened. And as we hear from one of Daniel's supposed acquaintances, Danny Fry, the horrifying nature of the suspected killer was confirmed even further.
Well, the whole time I've known him, he's been a womanizer, you know. It's his way or, you know, no way. And I know at one time...
Brother, that's not a womanizer. A womanizer is a man who has his pleasure with women, not just killing women. That's not a womanizer. A womanizer is well, maybe I'm thinking of a ladies' man. Ladies' man is a man of the women. Like he knows how to wine and dine and entertain and make them smile and laugh. That ain't the type of... Nah, I think I might be confused. Slightly.
And this was, sure, God, it had been at least 20 years ago. But I believe a girl had to put a restraining order on him because he was stalking her.
Danny's descriptions of the accused murderer is an excellent depiction of a person with antisocial personality disorder. These individuals will often put their needs first and have little to no concern for the needs and feelings of others. This is how people like Daniel are able to commit such horrific crimes. In fact, people with severe antisocial personality sometimes derive pleasure from seeing the pain of their victim, physical or emotional. Many of these individuals are considered sadistic for this reason.
He was dating her, and she broke up with him, and he couldn't let it go.
For real.
This is because individuals with antisocial personality disorder don't consider the feelings or desires of the other person. They function in pursuit of what they want, and only what they want. Additionally, these individuals often have an inflated sense of self. Many of them think so highly of themselves that it is to the point of delusion. This can often cause them to become very vindictive and even aggressive if a love interest or romantic partner rejects them.
He was married to a girl named Kimberly at one time, and I guess...
What happened to Kim?
She didn't tell me until here a while back that he used to be abusive to her, too. And then he was also married to a Bobby girl at one time, and she said that he was abusive.
Daniel and Bobby had a daughter together named Tabitha. On March 28, 2018, she sat down with detectives to give chilling details on the horrors that she encountered as a child, all thanks to her father. Supposedly, when she would visit Daniel every other week, seeing as he and Bobby were no longer together, Daniel would always have a new woman at the house while acting out his violent fantasies. To no surprise, the women were allegedly under Daniel's rule, whereas he would punish them if he didn't approve of their behavior. He would reportedly grab the woman by her clothes or hair and take them to his bedroom. Once the door closed, Tabitha could supposedly hear the blood-curdling screams coming from inside of the torture chamber. It was something that she would never forget.
When he dated, he was dominant. They done what he told them to.
No first-hand knowledge or witnessing anything like that.
No, I've never seen him physically hit a woman or nothing, just what they've told me and, things like that.
Okay. And then
I don't know if my sister told you, but she had told me.
And that's what makes it, Booby, that's what makes it that more sadistic. In front of his daughter, he did that to women. She didn't just say her mother. She said women. Woo.
Beginning of the summer or whatever, he tried to handcuff her to a chair. He paid her to come clean his trailer, and he tried to handcuff her to a chair.
Wow.
See, Heather wasn't fucking around with him. He just was, come here. He just a little creep. He used to creep. He creeped, bro. He creeped out, bro. Golly, he was a menace. And I ain't talking about Dennis neither. He was a menace to society.
Yeah, she did have.
Did we ever lock him up? Because he didn't. If we didn't lock him up, I want to. Let's try that. Well, let's book him one more time for the 99 and the 2.
Maybe he was a lucky one. His troubles are over. Book him down on murder 1, 2 counts.
Daniel would use derogatory terms when referring to his girlfriends, basically to the point of dehumanization. This suggests that Daniel may have had a paraphilia-related mental disorder known as sadism, where an individual gains satisfaction when causing pain or fear in their partner.
Bruh, when I was probably about 5 years ago, when I was slightly a little more unaware, I used to think sadism was Satanism, and I thought it was the same thing. Until I started because I always dang, yeah, they worship the devil, and that ain't the same thing. I just wanted to share that part. But I'm going to tell y'all about my story, I forget.
Top of this, psychopathy and sadism are linked, although the cause of this is unknown. But as we creep a little further down this twisted path, we learn that Daniel's crimes were darker, and there's a chance that Heather wasn't his only victim.
Did you know Leanne Sluter?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, there was about 5 or 6 years there that me and him didn't talk because my house got broken into, and some people told me that it was him because they seen him walking from behind my house that night.
Leanne Sluter, a girlfriend of Daniel's from years earlier and the mother of his child, Ethan Meyer, had tragically taken her own life back in 2009. Or at least, that's what authorities concluded based on her sudden death. But others believe that to be an utter and complete lie, especially Leanne's sister, Lorianne Haley. In 2009, Daniel had apparently walked into Leanne's home, finding her lifeless body resting on the bed with a single .22 caliber rifle gunshot wound to her chest.
How'd she shoot herself in the chest?
I brought my son home to his mom because we had the weekend deal, and I was here like an hour ago, and she answered the door. I'm like, well, maybe she's in the shower. So I went back home. Well, I had a key to get her home, and I came in, and she said, finding someone come out here ASAP.
When someone starts telling an elaborate story during a 911 call, this is a major red flag for deception.
Yep.
Most people who find a dead body would request help right away and then answer pertinent questions that the operator may have,
Usually,
rather than
but-
delivering a monologue about how they came to...
Usually, I would say, Muff, but I don't want to lie and say, because I'm not familiar with the BDSM world. I know they have masters, but it's certain types of BDSM, it's certain levels. So I don't know. But I think on the extreme side, it usually is. Well, belay my last. I don't know. I'm not going to put out no wrong information.
Find the scene. It already sounds like he's potentially building up an alibi. But the barrel of the firearm had been exceedingly long, and the trigger would have potentially been too far to pull had it been facing towards Leanne. Not only that, but the gun was resting quite neatly beside her, almost as if someone else had placed it there after committing the ultimate crime. However, there was also a note supposedly written by Leanne that Daniel had kept hidden away. Part of it reads,
That's Daniel goddamn handwriting right there.
I have loved you unconditionally without waiver, and all you ever did was use me as a bank, kick me to the side when the next best thing came along. All I ever wanted was to just die so that the hurt would stop. The note had supposedly been written in Leanne's handwriting, as reported by authorities. But he...
Hey, nah, that's Lil Joe. That Lil Joe weapon. That 22, Lil Joe used to pluck them off. Ah, yeah, on Bonanza. On Bonanza, bro. Yeah.
Even if the note did come from Leanne, there's no way to know that she did so of her own volition. Given Daniel's behavior toward other women, it's likely that he treated her in a similar manner. Authorities have maintained their original ruling to this very day, but many have suggested that a certain someone was actually behind her death all along. In addition, Daniel's brother, Stephen Myers, had written an alarming message on Facebook, indirectly admitting his siblings' guilt. I just wanted to say how truly sorry I am. I can't explain why my brother did this awful thing, but please don't look down on my family or myself. But we are all proven innocent until guilty. Not saying he is and not saying he's not. Only one person knows who did this horrifying crime. Despite previously not admitting what had happened to Heather, during his time in jail, Daniel had been spewing an inordinate amount of suspicious comments. This included a time where he'd been watching a TV show starring a female judge, and supposedly claimed that he wanted to hurt the woman and rip her hair out, just as he did to someone else. With this, he apparently confessed to an inmate that Heather had traveled to his house after their shift on April 9th, 2015, where Daniel comforted her regarding the text sent by her brother, but then tried to initiate a romantic gesture towards her. In return, Heather began to laugh, sending Daniel into a rage. In an instant, Daniel supposedly overpowered Heather, trying to force her to submission. However, the young woman was much stronger than Daniel had imagined, and she was able to fight back, and even managed to knock a tooth from his mouth. He would later superglue the tooth back into place, according to his dental records. But sadly, Daniel was able to subdue his victim, handcuffing her wrists and tying her feet, all while beating her without any remorse. Eventually, he would end the young woman's life with 2 gunshots to the back, place her body in the trunk of her car.
You had to get her, you had to handcuff her and beat her back because she beat you. Because she beat you. You a capital BITC H, ho.
And dropped the vehicle off at the Somerton Apartments. The truth had once and for all been uncovered, but the brutality of the murder forever remains one of the most shocking events in that small Ohio town. Yet this case doesn't end here. On February 1st, 2019, within days of starting his trial, Daniel was found face down in his cell, prompting a medical emergency.
Look at
you doing all right, Dan?
No, don't say this, thank God. Let him deal with the Lord.
I'm just down, floor face down. Yeah.
You wanted to go see him?
Hey, Dan, can you hear me? You all right? What's going on? You got any pain anywhere? Just sit right there. Squad's gonna come look at you.
As the result of an unsuccessful attempt to take his own life, Daniel was transported to the nearest emergency room. Yet he was unable to escape the inevitable consequences of his evil crimes.
He ain't even go up out of there. Yeah.
Former Detective O'Connell, who almost put 3 innocent people away for life, was sentenced to 2 years in prison in September of 2018, but was eventually released in July of 2020, 2 months early. Along with this, the former sheriff who also investigated Heather's case is currently out of prison and works as a drug rehab counselor, helping others to not make the same mistakes he made. In 2019, Heather's friends and family would finally receive the long-awaited justice. During his trial, Daniel apparently ignored everything, doodling or writing the entire time, except the recap of the crime, which he listened to intently. Still, Daniel pled guilty to aggravated murder along with several other charges, ultimately avoiding the death penalty. He will spend the rest of his life in prison and will never have the chance to receive parole.
Daniel bit water dog face, dipsy dumpster mouth head ass, man. I hope y'all had a good time for this overtime edition of the Ones Detective Agency. I have to skedaddle to get my hair cut so I can look like somebody next week for y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing, amazing, amazing Saturday. Me and my family gonna get out. We probably gonna get us some snowballs. You know the goddamn New Orleans snowball type vibes. We gonna get in the streets because this is our last couple days together as a whole unit. My people going out to experience the world is just gonna be me and Shouted. So, we finna get out and do something. We ain't gonna try to spend too much money because we gotta spend too much money to take these baby to school. Hey man, if y'all ain't doing nothing later on, man, what y'all wanna kick some? What y'all wanna? Oh, I got my nephew party today, so never mind. Hey, talk to y'all later. I got to get the hell on. Y'all amazing too, though. I rock with you. Oh, let me tell you my story. Like Daniels. So, I ain't even gonna. It was a guy in Brunswick that was convicted of doing the same thing Daniel did, but only without. Well, they weren't able to pin the actual homicide on him. That he was taking young white ladies, few black ladies, to Selden Park over there, raping them. Beating them up, drugging them, doing all kind of junk. And he was in burgundy, like Honda, like Elantra. And for about 2-3 years, that man ran rampant. Probably about total by anyway, selling the 14 wing fruit. My mama car was a burgundy Honda Elantra. Life. If I could only write my life.
rush here this morning.